I run a company where I essentially help remote high-ticket sales coaches with their fulfillment by providing job opportunities and then coaching for their students/clients on best application processes, interview support and prep and things like that.
Which part of the delivery do you do?
Buffer.
Can you hear me? What part of the delivery do you do?
So I post the job opportunities inside of their community. And then I do group coaching calls once a week with some of the clients, and then DM support, answering people's questions, reviewing their application videos and things like that.
Okay, what do? They're responsible for sales?
Yeah, so they're sales coaches, so they're teaching people the sales side of things, and most of them, before I come into the business, are doing part of the, helping them land jobs, but often are struggling with having enough job opportunities and the coaching part of actually teaching people what to do properly to get hired.
Got it. So they're really good at getting the clients. They're not good at getting the clients the opportunities. So you bring them the opportunities. You're responsible for the second funnel.
Exactly.
Okay, great.
So I guess the bottleneck that I have is we currently have 45 communities that we work with.
Wow.
We work on a retainer model. We don't charge the businesses anything for the recruitment services, not really recruitment services. It's just posting their opportunities in the communities. And so the sales coaches pay us a retainer. It's anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000 a month. And I run the entire business and fulfillment. And so I guess my bottleneck is that the business is not a business, it's me.
And are you charging for placements when you get them opportunities?
No, so it's just a flat retainer model
for
providing the job opportunity.
You're providing, let me say it differently. These guys get jobs at businesses that need salespeople, correct?
Yes.
So those businesses, you just give them people for free?
Exactly. So I don't charge the businesses anything, so that doesn't become a bottleneck, so that I can have as many job opportunities as exist in the world.
So it'd be I would come to you and say, I need remote salespeople, and you would be I'll give you some for free?
Yes. So let me know anytime you need sales reps.
I wouldn't do it because I wouldn't believe that you were any good.
Yeah, there's that.
Well, we have anywhere from 500 to 600 job opportunities that we post per month, so we've got a lot of people who do trust us.
You get what I'm saying. Okay, so what's the problem in the business?
Well, just that I guess I'm bottlenecked by I have no team, and we have 45 clients, and so I'm not sure where to find the right talent, how to incentivize the right talent for the fulfillment side, like coaching, finding the right opportunities. I guess I just don't know what direction to go in to scale beyond where we're at currently.
So let me ask you, in the business right now, where do you spend most of your time? Is it on sales? Is it on fulfillment? Which piece?
Yeah, I don't really spend very much time at all on sales. It's pretty much all on fulfillment. So I guess liaising with businesses who are looking to hire sales reps.
Yeah.
And answering questions and getting on group coaching calls with the students of my clients.
How many group coaching calls a week are you getting on?
Currently around 20 per week. So a little less than half of the total clients we work with have that as part of the services I provide.
Gosh, okay. And then of that time, the rest of the time you're spending DMing people and essentially answering questions in the group.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. And then what would you do if your time wasn't being taken by doing either one of those things?
I think it would just mostly be acquisition, finding more clients and making bigger, better connections with businesses and people that are hiring sales reps consistently.
Yeah. I think the first thing that you should try and get off your plate is the questions. Because if you can bring somebody on and you can train them on answering the questions in the group, that's it's almost like they're onboarding to then take over calls from you. My question is, when you're on the calls, what is if you were to tell me the top 3 things that you're teaching them on the calls, what would those 3 things be?
I think the application videos would be the number one thing, but the majority of those calls and answering people's questions is all like personalized. So it's based on their situation and their past experience, because I work with some people that have a ton of sales experience and some people that, this is going to be their first ever, go at sales. And so it's mostly personalized. Like, how can we frame the experience they do have or the lack of experience in the right way to be able to help them land a better job than they have currently or their first job.
Yeah, so it's essentially a lot of career coaching to a degree, just in like a less traditional sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're looking for somebody that can essentially be a career coach for the remote sales opportunity peeps.
Yeah, pretty much. And I think like the struggle is, I don't know who has the understanding of the industry and I guess enough expertise, and obviously I can coach that, but to have authority in those conversations that isn't a great sales rep who could make a lot more money selling than helping people get jobs.
So there's two different models that you can think of when you think of a coaching business like this. And I think this goes for like any coaching business in existence, which we've talked to so many, and I've helped structure multiple teams like this. Like there's really two models that work, and there's trade-offs in each one, meaning like you kind of just want to pick your problems. And so I'm going to describe each one, and you can tell me which one you think you would rather have the shit that comes with it. The first one is that you hire people that are going to be full-time. The downside of this is it's going to be harder to find those people because they're competing with these other opportunities. So just like what you said, it's like they could go make more money somewhere else, which means the type of people you're going to find are people who directly want to learn from you, and they see this as a learning opportunity, not an earning opportunity, and they one day want to open up a business similar to yours. So there's two downsides here, which is one, they're going to be competing in terms of cost. And so they're looking at these other opportunities. They're not going to come in for super cheap, even though they're trying to learn, because the anchor is just very high as what they can earn elsewhere. The second side to it is that there's going to be a finite timeline on this because they're coming in to learn. And so once they feel like they've learned enough that they can go off on their own or go do something somewhere else and learn more, they're going to do that. However, the benefit is that it's less management for you, because if you bring these people in, you probably only need a couple of them, literally, to take care of all the clients that you have, and you get a ton of discretionary effort from them because they're full-time employees with you, and they're trying to learn, so they want to go above and beyond because they're trying to acquire the skills. That makes sense? That's the first model. The second model
absolutely
is easy to find and also hard to manage, which is find people that essentially are doing what you just described. They're already those coaches making a lot of money, but they want to make more money and they want to have influence. They like the status, they like the teaching. And so as a side opportunity, they can do this for 10 or 15 hours a week, maybe even less. And so then what you would do is you would get more of those people. Say you need, based on 20 calls a week plus whatever, say it's 40 hours, maybe you need 4 or 5 of them to cover you. You pay them a lot less, you get them fractionally and part-time. The downside to it is that it's going to be more management from you because you have to build out a schedule. You're going to have to make sure that they're all, clock in, clock out, whatever, all the compliance. And so I would say that if you have a hard time finding the people, then maybe go with the model where you have the part-time coaches coming in. I would say the other upside to doing the part-time is that if you lose one, it's not a big deal. You can replace them fairly easily. There's a lot of key man risk in the first model. And so if you don't feel like you're going to really be great at retaining them, I typically tell people to steer away from that model.
And I'm going to piggyback on that. So the nice thing with the partial model that Layla just outlined is that, one, you're placing all these salespeople right now, and you already have a history of placing a lot of salespeople already, right? And they already went through your training and whatnot. And so I would say take your most successful alumni and say, hey, want to make an extra $5,000 a month and give back to the community that you came from. Many of those guys would probably say, sure, I'd happily do it. Because, $5,000, because a lot of, salespeople, they get tired of selling all the time. And so this gives them a little bit of a break and feel like they're giving back. Yeah, exactly. So I actually really like that model. And given the fact that you recruit all these salespeople, I don't think it'd be that hard. Second, because it would kill me and eat me up inside to not at least say it. You can double your revenue really easily. Can I tell you how?
I would love to know.
So I hear where you're coming from with the, hey, I want to have as many opportunities as possible so I can find as many placements as possible. So making it free is a way to do that. I hear you there. But you probably know of all the candidates you have that there's probably 10% of them that are killers and are going to do well, right?
Yeah.
Right. Have a tier that's $2,500 or $5,000 per head that you say, hey, all these people are free. I personally screen these ones and give them a blue check mark from me, and these ones are $2,500 or $5,000 a pop. So if you get 600 placements a month is what you're doing, if 60 of them are paid at $2,500 or $5K, that adds $150,000 to $300,000 a month to the business.
That makes a lot of sense.
Boom, roasted.
Okay.
You're like, I gotta get that one out.
Yeah, I definitely need to implement.
We call that a
And
money
I think-
model.
Call that a money model right
Yeah.
there. Right there.
You should write a book.
I should write a book about that. Does that help? So that Layla solved your
Yeah.
delivery model, and that solved your money model. Rock and roll?
Yeah. That's awesome. Thank you guys.
I appreciate
Thank you.
it, man. That was a fun one. That was good.